The quality and the durability of an adhesive bond depends on a lot of factors. Besides choosing the right product and the right joint dimensions, the proper application of the right surface pretreatment is really important in this process.
Welcome again to Better Made with Adhesives, our monthly video podcast about innovation, applications and use cases of adhesive bonding in industrial manufacturing. In today's episode, I'm going to meet with Tolga Şentürk, a Sika colleague from Turkey, with whom I'm going to talk about how to achieve a zero-fault production in industrial manufacturing. According to the Fraunhofer Institute, IFAM, about 90% of the mistakes in adhesive bonding are due to applicator errors. Let's start. As you may know, Sika is a global company, and I'm here today with one of our experts, industry experts from Turkey. I'd like to introduce you to Tolga Şentürk. Maybe you can give a short introduction about yourself.
Sure, David, of course. First of all, thank you for having me here. I'm the sales director of industry in Sika, Turkey. And I've been with Sika for almost 8 years now. But the 5 years of my work with Sika was on the technical side, actually. I was a technical service manager before this position.
We have something in common. I also started technical service, so that's a good career start in Sika.
Yeah, and I'm also a chemical engineer, which is also related with the work we do here at Sika.
So in your work as an expert in Turkey, serving your customers, you brought the case with you about quality assurance in adhesive bonding. What is the importance of quality assurance when dealing with adhesives?
Well, David, the quality and the durability of an adhesive bond depends on a lot of factors, actually. Besides choosing the right product and the right joint dimensions, the proper application of the right surface pretreatment is really important in this process, actually.
Now, what do you recommend to customers who are aiming for a zero-fault production?
Well, for a zero-fault application, a quality management actually should be established, starting from the idea stage until the execution stage.
So what do you recommend to customers specifically in the different stages? What should they follow?
Yeah, first of all, as I mentioned before, the right joint dimensions are really important. So during the design stage, the engineering stage, a care should be taken to get the performance from the adhesive.
So do you also support customers in that respect of?
Yeah, we try to guide, actually. We are not a design company, but we try to guide our customers, especially engineers, with the right information so they can use this information for their designing process.
Okay. And then after that, what are you doing?
After designing the right dimensions and choosing the right product, then we can move on to the next stage, actually, which is trying to find the right surface pretreatment. And in order to do this, we have to execute some adhesion tests first.
Yeah. So I believe with your lab in Turkey, you're also doing all that testing services for customers?
Exactly, yes. We have a lab in Turkey where we can support our customers with adhesion tests and also extra tests that are demanded.
Now, we have tested everything and it's about going for production. What else are you offering to customers?
The next step is actually building a mock-up or a line trial at our customers. And during these trials, we can also guide our customers for the right equipment. This is also a service that we provide to our customers.
Yeah, so you have a network and you can probably also use the Sika internal network. I mean, we have system engineering and lots of people around the world that can help you there.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if I'm a customer and I'm starting up, I have probably to train all my people on the production line. How is that being done?
After we finish the stage of the trials and everything is okay, then we start training the applicators especially, and also all the persons in our customers that are related to this process. And after these trainings are finished, then we can go to the serial production.
This was very interesting. Now, Tolga, you brought a case with you from one of your customers. It is about in-process control. So what are you doing there to help your customer?
Our customer actually uses our activator on their substrate. And this activator is clear, so it's not easy to see. It's not visible to the eye. You cannot just say this is applied right in the right way, or even if it's applied, you cannot say. So there should be a system where you can detect if this product is applied or not.
So how are you doing this? How is it becoming visible?
I can show you, David. Let's go to the lab.
Excellent idea.
Okay.
Now, Tolga, we have here some samples, and I think you're going to show us how this detection feature functions.
Yeah, sure, David.
Yeah, let's have a look.
I will try to show it to you and our viewers here. As we talked before, we as Sika try to make life easier for our customers. So this is one of those many services that we provide. So this is how it's going to be. We have a primer with a luminescence effect. So this is a black primer, and with this black primer, it's really sometimes hard to see it on a ceramic fit. So now I'm going to apply a little bit of this primer onto the ceramic fit, and you will be able to see the difference. So we always take the primer first, but it's already shaken.
It's already shaken, yeah.
Yeah. And while I'm doing this, we always advise to use enough primer in a different cup so that we do not contaminate our cup here.
And always close the bottom.
Exactly. At least the inliner, plastic inliner, while you're working on it. So
what is the device you're using to apply it?
This is a melamine sponge, actually. It's used to apply primer on the surfaces. So we just do a small application over here and leave it just like that. So David, I'm going to ask you to assist me with the UV lamp over there.
The lamp?
Yeah, please.
So.
And let's just show the difference to you and
oh, wow.
Our customers.
That's really glossy,
See?
shiny.
Yeah, it is. It's really. So if you cannot see the difference really when if the primer is applied or not. But with the effect of the luminescence inside the primer, you can easily see this.
Yeah. So on this windshield, I can also easily see the black primer being applied. So what is a use case for this feature in the production?
It is detectable easily, even on a black surface, even when there is, the light is not enough, or you're doing an automated application so that you could use some cameras to detect if the primer is applied in the right way, or if it's applied excessively, or there is not enough primer on the surface. So this could be all detected with the help of the luminescence effect in our primer.
Okay, so fully automated quality control
exactly.
in a production line.
Exactly.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Now this is a black solution. I know many people don't really like black primers because it can be a mess with spillage and all that.
Exactly.
Do we also have other products that contain this feature?
Yeah, we do actually. We have activators and cleaners which contain similar to the luminescent dye in this primer, as you see here. So it's sometimes really hard to see a clear chemical applied on a surface. You cannot know. But with the help of the UV light, you could also easily detect if the application is done in the right way, or as I told you before with this, if it's done excessively or if it's not enough. So this is an easy way for our customers to detect if the primer or the activator is applied in the right way.
So you mentioned your customer has implemented this in production. How did he do that?
Okay. our customer uses Sika Activator 306 Lum in their application. And to detect the application of this activator, because it's clear, you cannot see it with your eyes if it's applied or not, they just apply the activator on the part and put it into a cabin. Then the cabin is under UV light. So there's also a special camera that just takes the picture of the applied component, and then it's automatically detecting if the application is done right, or there is something extra and excess application, or there are some spots that are left during the application. So that's controlled and then documented digitally.
Excellent. So you just mentioned documentation. I think in process control, it's very important to keep file on different things. So your customer is also using a second smart solution of Sika. So what is it?
Yeah, we have another solution, like one of many. We have products like this, and on this label of the product, there's a data matrix code. Looks like a QR code, but it's not a QR code. Yeah. There's a data matrix code, which contains the information about the product that's here. The name of the product, the expiration date of the product, Sika article number of the product. It's all stored here in this data matrix code. So our customer just reads this data matrix code, and then it's again digitally documented in the system, so that they can trace back to the component that they produce, which product is used. That's going to make life easier for them.
Thank you, Tolga, for the excellent introduction in two of the smart features we have built into our products. If you're one of our customers, you will experience many more services and features we have built into our products. With that, I'd like to hand over back to the studio. I hope you enjoyed that sequence with Tolga, our Sika expert from Turkey. As you know, Sika is present in many countries around the world, where we have local people talking your language and supporting you from the first idea to the serial production. That was another edition of Better Made with Adhesives, our monthly video podcast. If you like to follow future editions, sign up to our YouTube channel or our newsletter that can be found on the website. See you in a month when it's again about Better Made with Adhesives here on that channel.